welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already watched it, I suggest checking out my reading vlog for Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone by Diana Gabaldon. It is the latest book in the Outlandish series, book number 9, and it just takes you on the journey of me reading it from the pickup from the store on the release day to finishing it a little bit over a week later. Also, I'm on all the social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you want to give me a follow, those handles and links are in my description below. Okay, so we are winding down 2021, which for me is exciting, but also looking kind of like optimistic for a new year, new goals, just a lot of things to look forward to and challenge myself on. So I love different reading challenges, physical challenges, like anything like that I can work towards and have like progress and see results in all of that. So that's kind of what this is about. It's me planning out some of my, well, mainly my reading journal, but also setting up some goals for myself and trying to start off on the right foot for 2022. I have previously used like a number of different journals in the past. I will say I am not a big like long form writer, if that's something. I would say my blog is primarily where I do my most like longer form writing when it comes to my reflections and everything. But in terms of like paper, physical journals, like I don't really write that much. I will write a blog post probably in the next few weeks or month or so with the reading journal I do use. It's a year calendar or 5-year calendar where it breaks off on January 1st. There's 5 different slots. So one is a few lines for 2020, one's for 2021, 2022, and so on and so forth. And I'm just about done that one. I think, well, I'm at year 3 or 4 of using that journal, and I like that because it's quick and it's more about just like general things that happen in my life. In terms of reading, I have like dedicated journals for tracking my progress, what books I'm reading, what books I want to read, all that kind of stuff. So this year I've been using the Always Fully Booked planner by Little Inklings Design. So Megan is in Canada and creates these beautiful coiled and like hardback reading journals. But I found that I wasn't really using the weekly spreads too much. So let me show you an example real quick. So don't mind the bad handwriting, but this is for like a March spread. And I don't know, this was like when I was using it pretty well, but I didn't like add a lot of flair or creativity to the entries or anything. I have my own Trello board and other like to-do lists that I use for work. And I don't know, I just felt like I had way too many things that I was tracking on a daily basis. Like my Google Calendar, I have 2, one for work and one for personal. And then I have like my to-do list, like I mentioned, I have my Trello board. So I felt like this was a little bit too much and too many pages wasted, especially as I think I stopped using it, in August? Yeah, I stopped using it in August, like those parts of the journal, but I kept using the wrap-up pages and the haul pages. So those are things I liked. So that's something to keep in mind for this next journal that I'm planning out for 2022 is what elements of this journal I liked. So that's something that I just wanted to be like upfront with. Like I love the work that Little Inklings Design does. And before I had this journal, I had a novel companion. So this is volume 3. I don't know what year this was, but these come with no year or like dates on them. So it comes with like a blank calendar that you fill in. This other one, the Always Fully Booked one, has the full spread for that year. So this one is nice if you want to kind of go at your own pace, or if you buy it mid-year, you can start it, the first entry of calendar blocks, you can start it in June and then complete it through the next June. So it's really up to you. So that I really liked, the free form of it. But this one had so many book review pages at the back that I also didn't use. So I don't know, I feel like a lot of people can relate of how picky we are with our journals. I think some journals we use get pretty close to what we want and like the style we like, but I have like a whole ottoman full of journals varying like this that have blank pages, line pages, dotted pages that I don't know, I can fill as I want, but that's also kind of stressful because it's like, how do I want to do it? So I feel like I'm not so free form of a creative with some of these other beautiful spreads I see on social media channels. Like, some of them are so gorgeous. They have washi tape, they have like all these colored pencils and markers and all these beautiful designs, and I'm like, I don't know if I have time for all of that. Like, I don't know. I'm sure it's very like therapeutic and calming. Like, I just did a coloring book page for work the other day. It was like our lunchtime pre-holiday party get together. So we were just working on coloring book pages and crosswords and word search and like just whatever you wanted to do for the lunch hour while you ate and chatted and everything. So that was like really nice. But I liked having that dedicated time for it. And I know next year I'll want to slow down a lot more, but I don't know if I want to slow down just to color in. That sounds so bad. Or to like add so much thought to my reading journal. I want somewhere to track my progress, my TBRs, my wrap-ups, my stats, and then maybe a few lines here or there. Like, that's pretty much it. I might add a few graphics if it's like a themed challenge, but I don't know. I just don't want to put too much thought into it. I have other things I want to focus on and use my creative energy towards, like videos, potentially a podcast, culinary arts, learning a language. So not even just blog related things, but just things in life that I want to challenge myself with. So yes, so that's a long way of saying I've had variations of reading journals. I've had free form reading journals, and now I'm kind of combining the two. I'm going to be creating my own with some elements of other journals that I like, and we're just going to see what happens with it. So I will say I will be writing reviews and like other kind of lists, like books I've loaned out, or I don't know, like genre kind of lists that I want to check out in Anne Bogle's My Reading Life. So this is a book journal, and I think this will be good for me to just keep. I like the entry spaces here. This used to be, so that's another thing. I used to have a Moleskine reading journal that was like just pages like this, like the entire notebook full of them, but they broke it down into A through Z, which is helpful. But if you read more books in D than you do E, then it kind of throws off the organization of it. So I didn't like that. I think, yeah, in order for me to like find books that I've read, it'll just have to be chronological, honestly. Like, that's the only other way I can think of to keep it organized. But the good thing is there's like book number 11, book number 12 on these pages, and in the beginning of the book are like slots for you to write in each of the book titles. So that will help me for sure find them a little bit faster. That'll help. So I'll have this for reviews and getting initial thoughts down, but for the in terms of tracking, I'm gonna be using, I think this is like a Chiltern. What kind of notebook is this? Oh, it is. It's a Chiltern Pride and Prejudice themed blank notebook. So no lines, no dots. I'm just gonna do my own thing. I've already started on it. I've started a this book belongs to like insert or a cover page, and then a page for 2022 goals. I liked this from Always Fully Booked, the A to Z challenge, so I'm going to keep that challenge going. I'm going to have a starting point for important info like my stats, and a legend for when I do add color in terms of like marking off genres. I think I'm going to keep that element too. I'll have a wish list page. So these I might need to draw some lines in. That might be happening today. And then what I'm really proud of is drawing out a calendar. So this, I used to be really good at math, but I had to like measure out everything, make sure the squares were equal. It's hard because January has split days at the bottom of the calendar, like hangover for 6 weeks. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 weeks of January, kind of, just based off how it flows with the 31 days, and it's starting on a Saturday of January 1st. So this I need to go over with pen, and then that's where I'll start with my content calendar. So this is where I'm really going to be needing this reading journal, is to figure out where I'm going to be putting each of my blog posts, the themes of different days of the week, or just trying to be consistent and have all of my things here. I tried to do that in the Always Fully Booked planner, but it was so chunky and so hard to, I don't know, just unwieldy, the size of it. So I just like having it in this area. I'm drawing it myself, so I don't know, I just feel like more empowered because it's there, that I've drawn it there myself. So the plan for the monthly spreads, or each month, after I do the wish list and everything will be like a fun little name of the month on this page. So like January, something fun. And then like a list of my goals, not necessarily just blog goals, but I want to run 20 miles a week. I want to cook something from every country in Europe. I don't know, something like that. Then it'll be my content calendar, and then it'll be my TBR for the month, and then my wrap up with a lot of stats there. So that will continue for 12 months, or I guess that's 36 spreads. So that'll get me, I don't even know where that'll get me, somewhere around here. Somewhere, I don't know, we're just gonna guess. So I'll do all those months today, kind of lay everything out that way. I'm gonna do everything in black for right now. When it comes to the month, I might do that as like a fill-in. So do like bubble letters, or if it's just a single line or a thin line, I might do colored pencil around it. I don't know. That page I think can be more fun and more like coloring book style, just to like introduce a new month. So I think that could be fun. And maybe like a bookish quote on there. So that I think will be neat. After that, I'm gonna leave some room for kind of like my blog ideas. So that'll be more like brainstorm and just taking notes and all of that to keep all my ideas in one spot, because I tend to write down different blog ideas on my notes app, which that's fine too on my phone, but I like to have it all like sit down here. I do plan to do a blog retreat in the new year. I'm not like going anywhere like my reading retreat, but it might be me just going to a coffee shop nearby a couple of days over like a 3-day weekend. I'm thinking Martin Luther King Jr. weekend on, I think that's in the middle of January. So I might do a 3-day weekend blog retreat then and do some more like intensive long-term blog planning. So I want some pages for that. And then the rest will just be notes until I either fill it up, or if I'm at a point where I think, okay, I can probably use this for a second year, then I will start writing in for 2023. So it would be nice to keep this as like an ongoing calendar, and that way I can see kind of like where my thoughts were for planning out blog stuff or like incessant bookworm things. I've already been thinking too, I ordered this new stationery and it's gorgeous, and the template it came with I really like the colors of, so I might steal some of those colors for a new brand palette for my blog. So that might be part of it. So I need to map out, what does that look like? What are I don't know, I need to really think about like branding and being consistent with fonts and different treatments and things like that. So yes, this is a combo video of drawing out my reading journal, but also thinking like mildly about what the future of Incessant Bookworm looks like. So yes, that is the plan. You're gonna see a little bit of footage of me like drawing things out, and then maybe I'll get to a point where I can color in things. Maybe I'll just do a couple of months today and then practice out these other spreads for those months. So January and February, do a few spreads for that and make it look all nice and pretty and show you where I'm at the end. So I'll turn off of mute the fire crackling behind me, one of my ASMRs. So it's just going to be like the soft snow falling, crackling fire. And then I'm also listening to The Matzo Ball by Gene Meltzer on Libby. So I just started this morning. I'm at 5% already at 2.0 speed, so that's not too bad. I want to be able to finish this mainly because it's in the season. I won't finish that today, no way, but the next book that I think will be coming out on my Libby holds will either be The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave or The Paper Palace by Miranda Cowley Heller. And then potentially Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead, which is 25 hours long, which I don't know if I'll be able to get that in before the end of the year or the end of the month. So yes, that is the plan. Feel free to plan along with me. I'm going to have some like soft music on in the background of this video or overlaying the video visuals. But this is just a chance to center myself, plan for the new year, get excited, also be enjoying the present, but also looking forward to the future. So thanks for coming with me. Let's do this.
It shuts and creases when we're in an iron dress. We're on time to things, they're at least 15 late. That's just a couple things I've learned about boys these days. I've learned about boys these days. They like the freedom myself why, cause they're a pain when they don't think with their heads. Sometimes I wish I played the other team instead, but as much as we hate them through all the noise, gotta love them, boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah, boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah. It's harder for them to see the other point of view. Yeah, we do things thoroughly, but shortcuts they'd rather do. And breaking up is easier for them somehow. They don't cry, ask why, they go out there okay. That's just another thing I've learned about boys these days. They like the freedom, but boys get lonely sometimes, and then we need them. Sometimes I've asked myself why, cause they're a pain when they don't think with their heads. Sometimes I wish I played the other team instead, but as much as we hate them through all the noise, gotta love them, boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah, boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that pretty much wraps up my planning for today. This took a lot more energy and time than I was thinking, and this is after work on a Friday, and it's already dark out, and I'm sleepy, and I want to get some pages in again at 6 o'clock. But yeah, I think I made some good progress and laid like the template and the groundwork for the rest of the months. I only did January and then a few pages in the beginning, as you might have seen. So some of the updates to what I did from what I originally showed you. I added a legend, and this includes my genres. So when I'll show you the page that these will go on, this will help kind of categorize them a little bit better and add some more color to that page. And then on my calendar from month to month, I have color coordinated different elements. So this is a legend of like things for my blog, for my Instagram, specifically WordPress, YouTube, repost, and event. So I know Instagram is like the only, well, and YouTube are the only social media ones on there, but those are the ones I want to drive more traffic to and develop a little bit more content for going forward. Twitter and Facebook usually are like the reposts or more like updatey kind of things. And they like, especially Twitter, like that's like whenever things just come to mind. I don't really plan those out too much, so that I didn't feel like I needed to do a content calendar for that per se. And then Facebook, I don't really post too much on there unless it's different articles that I find from Modern Mrs. Darcy or things like that. So that's what that page has. And I finally outlined this a little bit more. So this page will be more like color in. Maybe I'll add some more fun elements to it that are like abstract coloring in, but not sure yet. And then here I've already started to add some dates. So I went over it with black and then added like MLK Day, Pride and Prejudice publication day, when a Quicklit is going to be posted on my blog, and then I think a hot national hot tea day, something like that. So only 2 different colors represented so far, but again, I'm not planning anything out at the moment. And then this will be my like book spread for the month. So I'll have my TBR. I've actually already filmed my January TBR, but I didn't want to spoil it here since it'll come out next week. So just imagine that my TBR is there. I'll fill it in after this video is done. And then I have my wrap up. So this I did a little bit differently than the Little Inklings design. So I now have a chart. So I'll have the name of the book, the number of pages, and I will go off of what Storygraph says is the page number, regardless of the format of it, because I still think that counts as reading. If it's an audiobook, then I will look to see what those page numbers are for the physical book, and then I'll put down what the format is in the last column. And then on the closest to the crease here will be where those color-coded genres will go. So I think I put a little tab in here as like a magnetic bookmark, because I think I'm going to be coming to this page a lot as it comes to my legend, so definitely want to take note of that. And then at the bottom of this page I'll do like the totals. So I guess format, I don't know if I'll really break it down, but we'll see number of pages for the month, and then number of books for that month, and then my favorite book from that month as well. I made it to 27% on the matzo ball. It's really, really cute so far. I might leave some reviews or some like updates on that in my social media for this week, but it's really cute. I like it so far. A different twist on the holiday season, which is very much needed. And what else? I think that was very like calming and therapeutic to set this up. I don't think I could do this all the time. I think it's good that I'm starting now, and then we'll have all 12 months figured out, so then I could just fill out as I go the different prompts and the charts and everything, but at least the base would be set, so I think that'll be good. But yeah, hopefully, what's today? Today's the 10th of December. I might be able to do like a spread every other day, or like during my lunch break or something. Now that I know what it's supposed to look like, I can make some copies and like trace things. I'm not sure. I'll have to find the best way to go about it, but I think this will serve me well based off like my preferences and how I like to journal as it comes to like the books I read and the content that I'm going to put out there for my blog and such. So I think that is where I'm going to leave it for now. But anyway, thanks so much for coming on this journey with me. I probably won't do this again. Maybe I'll do like a halfway check-in in like June to see how this is going, if I'm still doing it. Like I like to have something to write in, and I think with the Little Inklings design, I did the bare minimum, like these types of pages, so I think I should be able to do that just fine. But yeah, I'll give an update and see. And I'm excited too, because I never fill out nice journals like this. I'm always nervous that I'm gonna mess them up, or like I make it a few pages in and then like totally rethink how I want the journal to be, and then I buy a new journal, and like I just like consistency, and it just looks nice. Even though I know my handwriting is not the best, I want it to like look like I put some effort into it, and it just looks clean and legible. That's like, again, bare minimum. So I'm excited to hopefully work through this. Like I said, this might go like maybe 2 years worth, who knows, but I have plenty of journals to choose from if I continue doing this kind of layout where I make my own reading journals moving forward. But yeah, that is all I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or comment down below some of your favorite spreads or things you like to do for reading journals, or reading journals that you've purchased in the past. Feel free to hit subscribe to see more videos like this, and the notification bell to know when I post next, usually once a week. Maybe that'll change in the new year. I'm not really sure. But next week will be my last video of the year that I know of, or that I've already recorded. It'll be my January TBR. So get stoked to see what books I'm going to be starting the new year out with. Pretty pumped for that. And yeah, I appreciate you all being here and being a part of this channel and helping me grow. So thank you so much. Have a great day and happy reading.